Здравствуйте, гости и подписчики самого
Welcome guests and subscribers of the most informative, useful and usable channel about life, real estate and moving to Turkey by the Tolerance Company. Today we would like to present you the barely known to many people Mersin city, undoubtedly the future pearl of Turkey, and tell you about the benefits of living, recreation and buying real estate in Mersin. Mersin, the most comprehensive and detailed review of this city, is the subject of our episode today. We will tell you about the climate, location, history, population, infrastructure, education, seaside, and beaches in Mersin. Our guide will tell you about the kindergartens, schools, colleges, hospitals, and universities. We will show you the largest parks and recreation areas in Mersin, tell you where you can do sports, what courses can you apply for, and where you can have a good holiday. We are sure it will be informative for those who are thinking of making a real estate purchase in Mersin and don't want to make the mistake of choosing this region. Such a comprehensive overview of the city of Mersin you will not find anywhere else. I'm Sergey Volchenko, the Director of Business Development at the Tolerance Company, the leading real estate agency in Turkey. The most interesting information in a second. Stay tuned! Recently, more and more of our clients and buyers have been asking us about the city of Mersin, and it really deserves such attention. I would dare to call it a nugget not yet explored by many, that it needs very little time to turn into gold and stand on a par with the such popular and already known regions such as Antalya or Alanya, for example. Today, you will get to know about Mersin from our host of Life in Turkey channel and our office employee in Mersin, Suyumbike. Of course, moving to a foreign country and buying real estate is a courageous and serious step for anyone. Where is it best to live in Turkey? Which region of the country and which city to choose? Where would I and my family feel more comfortable living, studying and working? Previously, we've made for you the most detailed video review of the city Antalya, well known to many. You can watch it here on this link below. Today, we would like to present you no less cozy city than Antalya, and is the city of Mersin. It's a really very prospective region in which you can find great options for real estate close to the sea and an affordable price. The cost of real estate in Mersin and living here is still several times less than in Antalya or Alanya, for example. That is why more and more people from around the world are traveling to Mersin to buy real estate for vacation or permanent residence. But how to choose the right area in Mersin to buy real estate and live? It's very simple. Subscribe to our channel and watch our detailed reviews about this city. Mersin is a major district center located in the southern east of Turkey on the shores of the Mediterranean Sea and is ranked as the 11th most populous region in Turkey. The history of region goes back to 4,000 of years. The first human settlements were found in the area called Yumuktepe. They are established more than 6,000 years before Christ. Mersin is one of the biggest port cities. With its mild climate, the resort period lasts from the mid-April to mid-November. Initially, Mersin is a resort city was known only by local inhabitants, but year by year it's becoming increasingly popular among foreign travelers and real estate buyers. Mersin attracts not only by the warm climate, marvelous clean sandy beaches and rich cultural heritage, but also by the quite pleasant low prices for real estate and life here, which is not less important. Мерсин Mersin is the largest coastal city in Turkey with a coastline of 321 km. According to 2020 data, the population of Mersin region is about 1,800,000 people. Interestingly, Mersin, while being Turkey's largest port, also combines as a great beach holiday destination. Meanwhile, the planned opening of Çukurova Airport at the end of 2022, only 42 kilometers from the city, will be another tremendous effort to develop international transport links, thereby increasing the number of tourists and residents here. Nowadays, you can get to Mersin from Adana Airport, which is located 70 kilometers from Mersin proper. So, what is so very special about this city? What benefits does it give to visitors and people who live here all the time? One of the main benefits of the city is its Mediterranean climate. Summers in Mersin are hot and in winter temperatures are rarely below +10. It is often said when describing Mersin that the sun shines here 300 days per year. This is indeed true. The numerous warm days of the sunshine give people and tourists wonderful weather and a prolonged swim season. Mersin's unique geographic position deserves a reference as well. The city is bounded by the waters of the Mediterranean Gulf of Mersin to the south and the Tarsus Mountains to the north. Mersin is one of the most seismically safe cities in Turkey. From the city you can get to any region of the country by train or highway. In the heart of Mersin, there are few beaches for swimming. The closest beaches equipped with the showers, cabins and cafes are in the area of Soli and Çerşemli. But here is an excellent seafront for walking, one of the best seafront promenades in Turkey. Right on the promenade is the famous marina, a yacht port area, recreation and shopping zone, so loved by both locals and foreigners. Most tourists and locals prefer the beaches in Erdemli and Siflike districts, named Kizkalesi, Ayaş, Sisanluyu, Akyar, Yapraklıkuyu, and Narlıkuyu for swimming. Narlıkuyu is one of several bays on the entire sea coast of Mersin. However, the water here is cool and fresh due to the underwater steam that is located here. During hot summer days, swimming in the cool waters of Narlıkuyu is very pleasant and refreshing. There are a lot of fish restaurants in Narlıkuyu that is also attract tourists and locals. Also, the famous beaches in Mersin are situated at some distance from the city center. There are various sites almost every day in the summer. Not far from the Mersin, the construction of the Çukurova International Airport is still in progress. The first phase is planned to welcome passengers by the end of 2022. Currently, Mersin can be reached from Adana Airport, located 70 kilometers from Mersin proper. To get from Adana to Mersin, tourists and locals use Havaş, the most comfortable and fastest intercity bus which will transport you to any location in Mersin directly from the airport. At the moment, the transfer from Adana to Mersin will take about 2 hours, much faster than the trip from Antalya to Alanya, for example. On the way from Adana to Mersin, the bus stops at Tarsus city. By car you can reach Mersin via highway in approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes. As soon as Mersin new airport will be open, the trip from the airport to the city proper will only take 30-40 minutes. Let us remind that Mersin is the Turkey's major harbor. which hosts ships from hundreds of international ports, and therefore the city is open for business and commerce. Several times per week there are ferries from Mersin to northern Cyprus. Everyone who wants to visit the northern part of Cyprus can use the wonderful opportunity. The international public transport infrastructure is also very convenient. Small Dolmuş buses are available to get from Mersin to any area or beach along the seashore. All services are operated in accordance with a regular timetable, and a single system of payment by Mersin cards or bank cards is in use everywhere. It is also necessary to mention the presence of new bus stations in the city. From here you can get to any city in Turkey. The bus station is full of small souvenir stores and various cafes. Speaking about public transport in Mersin, we should also mention high-speed intercity trains, which can be simply used to get to nearby cities. First of all, it should be emphasized that Mersin is the leader in terms of Turkish exports of groceries, and this explains the affordable prices and quality of products. Even within the city borders, you can see citrus trees and observe the blossoming of lemons, oranges, and tangerines. Fresh fruits and vegetables are available in the city markets all year round and lower priced than in Alanya and Antalya or Istanbul, for example. The cost of services such as maintenance, hairdressers, car rentals, and others is still much lower than the European average. The cuisine restaurants in Mersin are known traditionally far beyond its borders. The average bill for a meal in a local restaurant will be several times lower than the bill in Istanbul or Antalya. So living in the city is not only comfortable, but also inexpensive. Speaking about the safety of Mersin, we should again emphasize the fact the city is located in the zone of the lowest seismicity. Among the population of Turkey, Mersin is considered one of the safest cities in Turkey in this matter. The locals are friendly and hospitable, so in Mersin you can feel safe and feel free to enjoy the streets and promenade of the city at any time. Don't forget that Turkish people are responsive, and it means that you will be always welcome and will never abandon in trouble. Foreigners who live in Mersin have traditionally honored its traditions and culture. Families with children can safely move to Mersin, as there are many free public schools where foreign children can study, as well as large numbers of high-level private schools that offer the best education for everyone. There are private schools in Mersin as well, where education is partly in English. A big plus in the field of education in Mersin is also the presence of a large public university and the campus called Mersin University City, where you can educate your child very well. There are 70 faculties with more than 40,000 students, and more than 2,020 of them are international students. Education there is both in English and in Turkish. By the way, foreigners can also enter this university and study almost for free under a special program by passing an exam called YOSH. This exam does not require a high knowledge of Turkish language, and this is also a definite plus. Another state university, called Tarsus University City, is located near Mersin in the municipality of Tarsus City. In addition to the state university, there is a private university in Mersin called Toros University City. Another private university called Çak University City is located between Tarsus and Adana. Mersin has also a lot of top-level kindergartens, both public and private. A great plus will be the accessible English language development activities for preschoolers. Mersin has many large state and private hospitals, clinical centers, and private clinics. Most recently, in 2017, Mersin has finished the construction of a high-level state hospital with the most modern equipment called Şehir Hastanesi, a very comfortable and highly professional hospital. There are several other state hospitals in Mersin as well as such as Mersin Devlet Hastanesi, Mersin Toros Devlet Hastanesi, Mersin Üniversitesi Sağlık Araştırma ve Uygulama Hastanesi University Hospital and Erdemli Devlet Hastanesi State Hospital. Apart from the state hospitals, Mersin has many high-level private hospitals such as Medical Park, City Hospital, Özel Mersin, Yenişehir Hastanesi, and others. Having a residence permit in Turkey, you can get state insurance called SGK, and by using it, you can get free treatment in state hospitals. The same insurance will give you the same privileges at the best private hospitals with a significant discount. Certainly, you can also get private insurance for you and your family, which provides you with a completely free service in the best private clinics in the city. In other words, living in Mersin, there is no need to worry about your health and the health of your children. And the medicine in Turkey is indeed at a very high level. Mersin is a big city with a rich environmental and cultural heritage. And the city is famous for its citrus fruits on the highest quality. Every year in November, Mersin hosts the Citrus Festival, Nareciye Festivali. This is a fascinating show that can only be seen in Mersin. This festival generally lasting for several days. For fans of classical music, the city has the State Opera and Ballet Theatre, ranked as the fourth largest in the country. There are many museums and art galleries in Mersin. History admirers can visit the Archaeological Museum. Those who are interested in military machinery can visit the Navy Museum. Museums are available for visits all year round. Among the main places of interest of Mersin, there are ruins of Soli, Pompeii Polis. People have lived here since the Neolithic age, and the town of Soli was founded in the 7th century before Christ. And the most exciting fact is that the ruins are located on the shore, right in the center of the city. Kızkalesi Castle, Maiden's Fortress, is the landmark of Mersin. It was built in the 12th century and is located on the island in 200 meters from the coast. This castle has a lot of interesting legends that locals love to share with tourists. You can get to the castle by motorboat. Caves of Heaven and Hell, the city of Kandivane, Seaside Canyon, Astma Cave, Adam Kaylar, human sculptures placed at the bottom of the canyon, and many other environmental monuments will amaze you. Many excursions and great areas of nature will offer recreation and environment at any taste, not only in summer but also in winter. For the more activities one, Mersin has Aqua Park in Mezitli district and the Luna Park in Marina. Mersin and areas near it have natural gas and central heating, thus allowing you to keep your home warm in winter. Also, temperatures in winter are not below +10, but on rainy non-sunny days, the house becomes quite cool, so for your convenience and comfort, it's recommended to have central heating. Thinking about moving to another country or about buying a property abroad, one of the important questions our clients ask us: we will be able to find friends as we don't know the language? we will feel lonely. A large number of nationals live in Mersin, so you won't be lonely. Also, English-speaking residents of Mersin also often organize meetings, celebrations of significant events, New Year, Easter, and others in beloved coastal restaurants and cafes. If you suddenly get bored on usual foods or meals, there are stores in Mersin that sell groceries and food of us. Walking along the promenade, do not be surprised if you hear a familiar speech as someone is already enjoying sunny Mersin. This means you will never feel lonely and you will always have an opportunity to make new friends in a country you are still unfamiliar with. Let's go to the pleasurable subject of shopping. Yes, indeed, everyone loves to do shopping. Mersin has many big modern malls, with many stores, cafes, cinemas, a game area for children. In general, in these malls, you can find everything to suit all tastes. The largest shopping centers in Mersin are For Mersin Mall, Saya Park AVM, Soli Center AVM, and others. The marina, located in the center of Mersin, is also a hotspot for lovers of shopping and having a great time. In addition to shopping centers, everywhere you can see different stores which are lined with the streets of Mersin. At certain days, in every area of the city, there are traditional Turkish bazaar, where you can buy not only fresh fruits and vegetables, but also a variety of domestic goods. Comparing the prices of food, restaurants, accommodation, transport, clothing, and most importantly, real estate, we can be pleasantly surprised, as they are much lower than in major cities of Turkey. As Mersin's climate is warm all year round, there are plenty of options for citizens to choose a sport activity. Walking along Mersin seafront, you can see a number of tennis and basketball courts, especially swimming, which you can enjoy all year round. Almost every park in the city is equipped with the outdoor fitness equipment. Those who love to ride a bike will appreciate the extraordinarily developed by Turkish standards bicycle infrastructure. Cycle paths, bicycle parking, bike rentals, all at the level of the Western European metropolises. Mersin also has a rhythmic gymnastics club headed by the English-speaking coaches, which can give your children a great opportunity to try their hand at gymnastics. Mersin has its own stadium, Mersin Arena Stadium, as well as many sports complexes for sports. The largest and the most famous of them are Servet Tazeglu Spor Salonu, Edip Buran Spor Salonu, Servet Tazegul Spor, and others. Mersin also has an indoor Olympic swimming pool, Mersin Olimpik Yüzme Havuzu. For winter sports enthusiasts, there is the Kayseri Ski Sport, located about 3.5 hours drive from Mersin. Here visitors can enjoy skiing, snowboarding, mountain climbing, trekking, and other sports. Mersin is an important city in respect to religious tourism, as it's the birthplace of Christianity. Tarsus city, which is 30 kilometers away from Mersin, is a popular destination for Christian tourists, as it has many religious monuments. There is an active Orthodox church in Mersin, where the Orthodox diaspora celebrates Christmas, Easter, and worship services. The promenade is crowded with the cafes, restaurants, hookah houses, all that shows the Turkish hospitality. In Mersin Marina, you can taste gourmet food while enjoying an amazing view of the sea. Those who prefer the traditional Turkish breakfast in the mountains with an amazing view will also find pleasant restaurants such as Charnik Gönül. Fans of Japanese cuisine will also find some delicious sushi restaurants. Mersin will surprise you with a variety of dishes, from traditional Turkish cuisine to delicious handmade burgers. And the most important thing, the prices in Mersin restaurants are much lower than in Istanbul, Alanya or Antalya in particular. Mersin is administratively divided into 13 areas. The most famous and popular districts of the city for foreign citizens are Çerşemli, Dece, and Mezitli, situated directly on the first shoreline. Some, on the contrary, prefer a quieter and more distant from the city center areas such as Erdemli or Temuk. In these areas, you can enjoy the fresh air, calm sea, and the rest from the urban hustle and bustle. And the prices of apartments will surprise you. Districts Akdeniz, Mezitli, Yenişehir are also in a high demand among foreign customers, and they are located close to the city center. Mezitli is the specialty of Mersin. The location of this area is unique as it's very close to pure beaches at the same time close to the city center. Mezitli is one of the fastest growing areas in Mersin. You can see its video overview at the link below. Most of private schools are located in Mezitli, and it's a huge advantage. There are also several big private hospitals such as City Hospital, Medical Park and Ortaokul. Many business centers and offices are located here. Among the locals, the Mezitli area is known as the family-oriented, quiet and peaceful place. The area is not only given a special mention by our fellow countrymen, but the locals also give their preferences, thus again pointing to this livability. The district of Yenişehir means new city in Turkish. The district is really quite new, also it's growing fast. Here you will not see the sea from your window, but it has its own advantages. There are big shopping centers, big private hospitals and clinics in Yenişehir, and it's really a lively place to be. Choosing an area to invest in real estate, we must be guided by the purpose of the purchase. Some customers buy real estate for permanent residence by the sea in the neighborhood with their competitors. Others, on the contrary, wants to live closer to the native population and experience the Turkish way of life. That is why we advise you to define your goals in buying real estate, and we will help you to choose an area and advise you in detail, pointing out the advantages and features of a particular area. Mersin is just becoming popular among foreign tourists. People have only in the last few years started to hear about Mersin from the local word of mouth, from the internet, from friends. That is why there are still such attractive and fascinating prices. You can easily choose and buy apartments in Mersin to suit every taste. It can be the most budgetary options that can start, for example, from the 30,000 euros, and elite complexes on the seafront with the magnificent views of the sea and beaches from 150,000 euros and above. This city can offer you unique projects and very competitive prices with a multi-year period of repayment in installments. The Tolerance Company has its own office in Mersin and its own highly competent employees who will help you to make the right choice and will further assist you in all matters of adaptation in Turkey. You can see all the best properties in Mersin on our website www.tolerancehomes.com here. While choosing Mersin to buy property, do not forget that it's not just a rapidly growing resort city, but also one of the largest industrial centers of Turkey, as well as an important seaport, giving the city a special significance and liquidity. Many thanks to Suimbike for this wonderful overview of Mersin. Only someone who truly loved the city can tell you such a great story. We really love the city and believe in its future. At the Tolerance Company, we can offer you the widest range of properties in Mersin with the lowest price guarantee. Our 18 years of experience and thousands of clients' feedback show that you can trust us to choose and buy property in Turkey, and we will do it as safely and reliably as possible. You can see our offers on our website Tolerance Homes or just contact us by WhatsApp on this number. Our team of experts will find the best deals for you in the shortest time. We were happy to be with you and tell you about the future jewel of Turkey, the city of Mersin. Subscribe to our channel to stay in touch with the most important life, real estate and moving in Turkey. We know and talk about what others don't know or don't talk about.
Жизнь в Турции. Подписывайтесь на наш канал и получайте информацию из уст профессионалов.